Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched Movie. I am Mike, and this is a complete breakdown of everything we know about the Strangers trilogy so far, all the way up until October the 15th, after New York Comic Con, and we'll talk about the new clip that's come out and everything. The really, really weird Strangers trilogy. First off, a couple months ago, it was announced that Renny Harlin was going to be directing a Strangers trilogy. Renny Harlin was the weirdest sounding choice at the time, just kicking off a whole boat of weird. As the director of Cliffhanger and Die Hard 2 and Long Kiss Goodnight and Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I love it. The new movie is going to star Madeline Petch, who's from Riverdale, and Gabriel Basso, who's going to be replacing the Liv Tyler Scott Speedman combo from the original film. It's both a remake and a requel. It's going to start with the remake of the film and then make its own sequels up to that point. So the odd man out here is Strangers Prey at Night, which I personally find to be pretty disappointing because I love that movie so much. I thought our buddy Damien Maffei was amazing in that as Potato Sack Head Man, and I thought that the way it ended with the question of, oh my god, did we just go from isolated home invasion film in the woods to full-on supernatural slasher? I love it. I love the nutsack on that, and I would have loved to see us take that character into the future as that, and hopefully there's a world out there where they do. So I'm really disappointed that storyline got chopped, but that being said, I'm absolutely excited to see, hey, if they felt like they had something better, show us what you got. Show us your dick. The first film's going to be titled The Strangers Chapter 1, and it's going to be an actual remake of that Liv Tyler, Scott Speedman, Brian Bertino film. What would Brian Bertino do? With the films coming afterward explaining the questions that were left after that first film came out back in 2008, and also showing how our characters who survive are dealing with the trauma of it all. And this is a thing we've seen happen a lot in slasher movies lately, like the sequels exploring the trauma of what came before. Look at the Halloween 2018 trilogy with David Gordon Green, and then also look at Scream 6. They said a lot of times leading up that this is going to be about seeing how our characters deal with that ultraviolence that they faced in the previous movie. So this is a running theme. Director Renny Harlin also said recently in an interview with Megan Navarro with Bloody Disgusting that while the film's going to answer a lot of questions that we had about the original film, it's also going to leave the audience with more questions than answers at the end of it. And then we find out that Renny Harlin says not only did they make these 3 films already, but he can't wait to make the next 3 Strangers films. So that tells me A, he's very confident about it, B, there's places for the story to go in their minds, and C, he sounds really fucking confident about it. He says that when he got the script for these 3 movies, the script was already 280 pages long. We did learn that the masks are going to be the same. They went through painstaking efforts apparently to recreate the exact mask from the original film, and we also learned that the famous red and white truck will have an appearance or a character or some sort of role in the film. Like in Cars, it's going to talk. Also, recently at the New York Comic Con, they released the first clip of the movie, which is just another strange choice in a series of strange choices. They released the clip from The Strangers, not the trailer. So we still have no trailer, but we do have this clip, which we're going to take a look at here now, and it features Madeline Petch. First thing I learned while watching this clip was that Madeline Petch has the coolest lips I've ever seen, and also she seems like she's going to just crush this role. She seems like she's going to be great. And the second thing is how cool the shot looks when she looks out the viewfinder and she sees like the silhouette of what looks like the dude from The Purge. But I love the imagery and the way that that silhouette looks and the way that that hand comes over. It's very simple, but it's a very eerie shot and super badass, and this is what Renny Harlin does bring to the table. If you look at him as a director, you know, he does go over the top, and his movies can get cheesy, and they can be a little strange and kind of just fucking weird, but at the same time, he's amazing at super stylized, like really over-the-top, cool-looking shots. If you look at Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which in my opinion is one of the most underrated Elm Street movies, I absolutely love it. Just did an article with Bloody Discussing about it if you want to check that out, but the way that his sets look, they're always just grand and over the top, and everything this guy does is over the top. So it's interesting to see him be juxtapositioned against such a simple movie like The Strangers is. I think you're going to get a lot of shots like this one. That being said, let's talk for a second about the choice to have the first film be a remake. I don't know about it because I watched this clip 3 different times, right? And the reason I had to watch it 3 different times is because I kept ADDing the fuck out. And the reason is because The Strangers is a really recent movie. It's a really simple movie. It's a really easy movie to remember. I have seen this scene happen so many times already. So even just watching the clip, I was like thinking about hot dogs or hamburgers for dinner. So I don't know what it's going to feel like for audiences if it doesn't resonate. If it's going to be too shot for shot and it really doesn't get the people going. I hope that they'll give the future sequels a shot, because I think those are the ones that we're really looking forward to, the ones that take the story further. But I get that this is a necessary evil. It just feels sort of ancillary at this point to what they're trying to do with this franchise. But these posters also perfectly explain Renny Harlin as a filmmaker. There's there's cool, calm, and collected badassery, and then there's sort of corny in your facedness. So you mesh those things together. This is a perfect explanation as poster art of Rennie Harlin's filmmaking. That's not to be any disrespect either. I dig the shit out of Rennie Harlin's weirdness. Finally, we will find out for ourselves when this film releases in 2024. As far as I can tell, there's no legit date for it yet. The way I'm reading it is that all 3 films are going to release in the same year, which is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. I'm fucking excited about it, honestly. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bargain bin duty dang, but I'm excited as hell to check it out for myself. And I'm happy to find out that it's going to be in theaters as well. This seems like one of those things they could like do like a little Hulu, Netflix type thing. I did work for Fear Street great, but then again, we were in the time of COVID and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. I hope it does great. I hope the movie kicks ass. And I even though I wish they would have cast Damien Maffei back, you know, I'll live. I'll get over it. But yeah, there's no news so far about how far apart they're going to be spread.
That I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho.
But any Halloween, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, any of the big news that comes out, we will cover it here on this channel. So, you know, all that YouTube shit. Click the button, the bell. Love your fucking faces. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, God damn.
God damn you, faggot!
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS.